And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and this is Odie. Monday, July the 15th.
What a Monday.
Yes, it is.
Start this week all over again.
You know, sometimes I don't always get to talk to my boy of what all he does. He can't. Yeah. Sometimes he can't tell me what he's doing.
He can't talk to you neither, being in media.
I got a picture this weekend, and all I got was a picture during his time off was, what's that fancy building in Greece that had the Parthenon? Is that it where, you know, the columns are still standing?
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know it, but he's there. And I got a hello. So come on back to the US of A there, Dylan Ray.
You as a doctor and you work for the government, you can't talk to your daddy who runs a world-known podcast.
Yeah, he can't do that. Not during business hours anyway.
Yeah.
So we hope he gets back to the US of A this week. I think he is. I think that was his little 5-minute. I can say hello, bye. And I didn't get any message as to why I'm here.
Yeah.
So I hope everything's good there. This is a fantastic weekend as we begin this welcome. We have lost a lot of celebrities, Odie.
Yeah, this has been a tough weekend.
Did you tell me that Anthony Chancellor's just all upset?
Well, so because Richard Simmons, and
he was a big fan. He bought the videos, didn't he?
He did, because with Anthony was with the Highway Patrol. He was special detail. Now he's the sheriff of Clark County. He has to stay in shape, and so Richard Simmons was his big push. And because that girl is up in Wisconsin for the Republican convention, and she won't be on the show Friday, Anthony's coming on the show, and we hear that he's going to dress in that red and white striped attire.
Often we'll interview him, and all the ladies going, "Oh my gosh, look at old cutie pie!" And that's how he got there, sweating to the oldies.
Exactly. So all you men out there, if y'all want to get all the attention that Anthony does, all you've got to do is
sweat to the oldies.
Sweat to the oldies.
We're going to get some video footage of that down at don't they have like a little workout room?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got a little workout room.
We lost Shannon Dartry over the weekend. Yeah. 53 years old to cancer, as we brought that up. We also lost the guy from Hill Street Blues, a football player. And then it was Dr. Ruth passed away over the weekend, 90-something years old.
Now, what are we going to do about sex now that she's gone?
Well, I never read the book anyway. I ain't touching that, Odie. You're trying to get me to go there. I'm not touching it.
It's a Monday, you know. Sandra says she's got Richard Simmons tapes. Anthony, if you need some more,
there you go.
I think Anthony's got the DVD.
Oh, he stepped up, did he? Now,
yeah.
Wow, there are so many things that have gone on over the weekend, and let's just start. I want to bring this up because we need it has to be talked about. The shooting that happened over the weekend with the president, Donald Trump. Let me show this picture. This is who done this. NBC did this, and here's a diagram. Let me pull it up. Here's where Trump was speaking right here. This is where the audience members were. This is buildings behind here with one sniper. Here is a building 148 yards away. Now, any of us deer hunt, 148 yards is nowhere.
We call that 1.5 football field.
Yes, sir. In deer hunting, that's not that far of a shot.
No.
How in God's green earth could anybody get within a mile of where a former president is? And even if he wasn't a former president, someone running for president in the final stages, the Secret Service allow anyone on top of a building anywhere here. Now, if you have watched, and Odie, I have, the people that were there were people pointing out, he's got a gun. He's got a gun, and they did nothing.
The guy went and told some of the officers that were there, there's a guy with a gun on that roof.
Another, supposedly, I didn't see this, I read it, to where a Secret Service agent went up behind the guy while he was on the roof, and he pointed a gun at him, and he climbed down. Done nothing.
And I heard that was a local cop.
That was a local cop.
And then there's a rumor, and we're going to say rumor because I have dug and I can't find a confirmation. There's a rumor that one of the guys that was over on that building that says law enforcement snipers, we don't know if they were regular law enforcement, part of Trump's private team, or Secret Service. I wouldn't say Secret Service because Secret Service is an agent. And this guy supposedly calls himself an officer. So we're not going to say that he's Secret Service, but said that he was up on top of that rooftop. After some people had acknowledged this cat on top of the other roof with a gun, he had him in his sights. And he asked permission to take the threat out. And higher up, the leader of the Secret Service denied that request. And the instant that he shot the first time to shoot at Trump, he took it upon himself, supposedly, to take the threat out. And that's when the guy lost his life.
I have seen the video of the sniper that's on the roof. Let me pull this back up. Right here.
Yes.
The guy that shoots. He lets that sniper of protection, lets that guy fire before he shoots.
That's the one that he said that his boss, the higher up, the one that's over the Secret Service there, told him, do not shoot, do not shoot, do not shoot.
Tom, and this is just me, in a situation like that, you shouldn't even ask to have to take a threat out like that. Now, I'm not in that, and I don't know how it all works. Maybe you have to have the official go.
On something like this is the former president of the United States. This is, whether you like it or not, this is the Republican candidate for the office of President of the United States.
And we would be saying the exact same thing if this was
Biden.
If it was Democrat. Even if you had a third party in this that was having this, after you reach so far in a presidential election, you are given Secret Service. Now, Odie, did you catch this of the, just calling it the way it is, did you see the agent that couldn't figure out how to put her gun in her holster?
I saw some pictures of it.
Yeah, it was sad. A lot of people, if you go to reading on this, as we all know, and heaven forbid this ever happens to airplane pilots, they have changed the requirements to become an officer to make it a little bit easier to get in.
You mean dumb it down like we've done our education system?
Yep. I agree with that.
Well,
we have a huge problem. And the lady who's head of the Secret Service had a big job before this. She was head of Cheetos security.
Well, I mean, common sense is gone. And locally, I've gotten no help. So I guess now I'm going to go to state. And I'm also going to carbon copy the federal. Because I'm sick and tired of ordering something from the United States or anywhere and it delivered by the United States Postal Service. And this lazy bum drives right dead through the middle of my front freaking yard.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about people, we've dumbed everything down. Obviously, nobody has respect for work anymore. And I'm going off on a whole nother subject, but it's still, we've dumbed everything down to where it's just opened up. You keep everything. If you want to be a postal worker, you do what the work requires you to do, and the work should require you to pull in the driveway and get your butt out and deliver a package. Don't drive through somebody's front yard and be all lazy and stuff.
I'm going to let you talk to Trump about that.
I'm going.
At the end of the day, and everybody remembers, and think back on this when Reagan was shot, of what that scene looked like. Trump was still exposed after shots were fired. The Secret Service, usually they're all over it and you don't see whoever is there that they're protecting.
Well, now he didn't have that many. And remember now, his request for additional Secret Service was denied.
Oh, it was. And then we even had a senator from Mississippi, senator, or is he a congressman, try to have Secret Service removed.
Yep.
And if you saw the post we made, Delbert, our lieutenant governor, asked that employee step down after they made a social media post this weekend. It was horrible. We've got it posted. They have been made resign. But this is a failure of dumbing down, of letting people. This is the Secret Service, supposed to be the greatest in the nation on anything when it comes to security.
And if you can't make it, then you just can't make it. You were supposed to be, like you said, the best of the best. Now, do you remember when GV, Sonny Montgomery, passed away and we had his funeral?
Yes, sir.
You remember where that was at?
It was here in Meridian, Magnolia.
It was at the Temple Theater.
Oh, you're talking about that horse. Yeah.
But the funeral was at Temple Theater. When former President Bush landed at the airport, there were snipers up and down 8th Street, up down Highway 11.
Oh, yeah.
They were on top of the Temple Theater and multiple buildings. They were inside the Temple Theater, and he was well protected. This was before all this heightened security even came out. This was pre-terrorism. And the amount of security.
Oh, I remember him going into the airport. You know, back then everybody used to have a gun rack in the back of the truck, and they go, go away.
Now, yeah. So Trump being the former president, he automatically has Secret Service protection from now on. So will Biden, and so will any other president.
Clinton.
Obama, and I think it's great because
and their family
do need it, and their family, they do need it, because whether we like them or not, they were still president of the United States.
Let me show you, Odie, how CNN tried to stage this. And again, we all watched this. It was a bullet. Let me show you what CNN said. Secret Services rushes off stage after he falls at rally. They tried to put their different spin on it. And the reason I put this up is so many different medias try to make it a narrative that it's not. And me and Odie were sitting here before we went live looking at the pictures, and I don't know, Glenn Beck, I think, is the one who had the picture where they had slowed it down frame by frame, and Trump is talking, and you see the bullet, they froze it with the bullet coming towards him, and just in time he turned just enough for it to be a nick. Had he that much, it would have been a whole different story. Whole different story.
If God wouldn't have turned his head, and I know, boy, that there was a video you posted yesterday that caught a bunch of people by storm.
The airplane.
We were sitting on the beach yesterday. If you want to blame somebody, blame me, because I'm the one that sent the video after I recorded it, sitting on the beach yesterday. That is something that, and Trump even said, God saved my life.
He did.
God turned his head just in the nick of time to keep that bullet from going through him and causing damage. We're talking this much.
Here's the video that you're talking about of an airplane flying over the beach. Let me blow this up.
Yeah.
And let's pull this up where you can see this. That's what was flying across the beach.
And I don't know where some of y'all's intellect come in, but that one sign, and nobody has said that Trump was above God.
No, absolutely
not. That said
not.
The Lord's anointed. That means he blessed Trump. He saved Trump's life. That's his choice of what's going on in America. You have the freedom to believe whatever you want to believe, and the freedom is given to you by God and the Constitution of the United States, because some people decided years ago they were tired of the way they were being confronted and the way they were told to think, that they went out on their own and they came up with the good United States of America and gave you the freedom to do what you want to do and think how you want to think within the laws of our land. And because we say that God put his hand on Trump does not mean that we've put him above God
absolutely
or anything else. The fact that You have a party that wants to abort any child at any stage in pregnancy. That goes against God's will. To allow people to sit at home and give checks out because they will not work for themselves, they will not provide for their family, that goes against God's will. So who do you think he's going to bless? Somebody that's closer to him than another one? It's not a single one of us is good, and I dang sure ain't. I'm a sinner every day.
Everybody is.
But I tell you, when you're blatantly out in the middle of the public shaming God, man.
I'll tell you, we'll be right back. We got a lot of local headlines to go over. It's next. Thank y'all. We'll be right back.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles? A GMC Denali or a 2024 Silverado 2500? Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low-mileage cars and trucks.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. In a minute, we will talk about those who were injured at that shooting that happened. A disturbing thing that happened over the weekend in Meridian, as we would find out, a 2-year-old found wandering the streets. And I waited a little while before I posted this because I want to be absolutely sure that all of it was true. At the go past Northcrest Baptist Church, the gas station, I think it used to be the Dixie gas station, is now the Gas
right
and
there
Go.
at the Fireman's Cutoff?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right there at that intersection of State Boulevard and North Hill Street. A 2-year-old child wandered up in the parking lot walking by itself, a little girl. Wow. As we go here to take a look at this, and then her face has been covered, but people picked her up. The Meridian Fire Department was going to a call. They saw the crowd. They went. The Meridian Police Department had not arrived yet. When they came back by, the firefighters stopped. They took the little girl with them back over to the fire station to keep her until the Meridian Police Department arrived. After investigation, CPS was called in. And then that has now been turned over to CPS to handle from here forward. We don't know how that's going to end. Can't speculate. From what I'm being told is they think the child unlocked the door itself and wandered out of the home.
And that's possible.
Yeah.
But it does need to be an investigation for sure.
Yeah. So there's more behind the scenes that I can't prove, and I'm not going to go into. But those are the facts of what we know so far.
I know we had locks way up here, so
yes, sir.
Braylon couldn't get up on a chair and unlock it.
You have to watch those babies.
They're going to do whatever.
And I want to say somebody told me that the child is autistic on top of it. So something just to think about.
Prayers for that.
Yes, sir, Bob. We had a weekend, Odie, of burglars who don't want to work. Let's go here to North Hills Street. North Hills has been just really getting it. as we go here. This is the tobacco store that is right next to Country Boys. Here they are cleaning up.
Yeah. That was the old pizza place, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
As we'll look here, here's the inside of this being ransacked. They broke through the front door here. Took a lot of inventory. You want to guess?
I bet there's some Newports that aren't there no more.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, it's in every story that we cover with break-ins this weekend.
Yeah.
They would break the cash registers. In a lot of cases this weekend, they stole the cash registers. As we look at this, and what is that?
Oh, it looked like we had some power outage there in that particular area.
Yes, sir. It was the Power Bandits back at it. That's North Hill Street. Where that went. I got there, I think, around, this would happen around 4:40, 4:30, somewhere around there. I got there around 5:15 Saturday morning to get on this. I would leave from there and go to Southeast to the four-way stop, the red light there. Yep, front door gone there. You want to guess what they stole there?
Was it Newport cigarettes?
There you go.
I'm betting 1,000. I'm even beating that girl on this.
Yes,
round.
you are. And here it is. It's the same old same. Did the person who did the burglary in Meridian have time to drive to Southeast and do this? Sure did. It was just enough time, like before, from one pharmacy to another. All of this stuff is connected. It's whether they have two sets of gang or two sets of people working the same thing, I don't know. But it's connected. As a matter of fact, let's go to our next. They attempted this one.
Another one?
They attempted. They didn't get in. As you'll notice, there's double doors there. And on top of the locks, this is 20th Street, 45th. You know how you're coming around by East Mississippi State Hospital?
Yeah.
The store that sits there. Now, let's just look at this. What they do is they have it locked, and then they take a chain and run through the door handles there. They were able to break the lock on the chain, but they were not able to gain access inside the store. So they didn't get anything from there. But they certainly tried really hard to break in. It just didn't work out for them. Now, as the weekend began, this would be Friday afternoon, we had someone stabbed in Meridian. This is where I was live. Not far from the Wesley House is where this is located, Odie.
Ooh.
This is, do you remember where the lawnmower holdup was?
Yeah.
Right there. 1 block from there is where it all happened. This would be 9th Avenue is where this is. Here's a picture of the scene that would happen. The apartments are right here. Right here is the room to where the lady was that was arrested. The man was found out here near the sidewalk with a stab wound to the chest, and I think he had one in the leg also. Police would bust down the door where she was, go in, and make the arrest of the female that did the stabbing. If you watch the video, there's video of the lady being escorted to a police car. We don't know the charges at this point. We haven't gotten an update from MPD as to what happened. We do know she left in cuffs. We don't know what provoked it or if anything was provoked. We just know that man was stabbed and a lady done it. And I talked to several of the residents that were there. It was kind of terrifying, Odie. It was just like that all of that went down.
Well, I tell you, if she was protecting herself, I hope she gets off scot-free.
I'm not quite so sure.
We don't know what led up to it.
You're right. Now, let's go to let's go in front of the street that sits in front of Northcrest Baptist Church.
Okay.
I would go back there. Here we are live on the scene there, where Jitney Jungle used to be.
Yeah, down 35th Avenue.
35th Avenue, that gas station that you get to there.
Yeah, the old super stop.
Yep. Let me see if I can get a good picture here of what we got. I almost had it. Let's just show you here what I'm trying to. I'm talking is the only reason. Here's the store right there. The store sits here. Do you see this truck right here?
Yeah.
It was all shot up.
Oh.
Now, a house was also shot. I spoke to a young lady who was in the swimming pool when I arrived. She said she was in the pool there at the apartment swimming with her kids, and when the shots rang out, they went underwater. And she said, I tried to hold my breath as long as I could, then I come up to make sure everything was okay.
That was
it would be two cars shooting at one another. There was somewhere, Odie, 30 to 40 shots fired, at minimum. As we look here across here, these different pictures of the police there. They're walking around, they're counting, they're putting those. What do you call those little yellow markers? Is there a certain name for that? Or is it just a marker?
Golly, you just. Yeah, they're called
markers. There it is, right
it's
there.
a
You just-
marker.
right there. They're all through the parking lot. Now, I originally reported that 3 people were shot. That's what was coming out of that. As witnesses said, 3 people were gathered into cars and they were rushed off. And it was assuming that everybody was being taken to the hospital. In the end, no one ever arrived at the hospital, so it was retracted that 3 were shot. If they were hit, they never showed up to a local hospital. They got medical care in a back room somewhere. We don't know.
like they do on the blacklist.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And does stuff like that happen? It does.
Yeah.
If you see it in a TV show, it's possible somewhere, somehow these days. But at the end of the day, no one ever showed up at the hospitals. But what we're pointing out is there were somewhere between 30 to 50 rounds fired on a street during daylight, not far from North Crest, what, 2 blocks down there?
2 blocks. And then kind of over there by where my mama at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that ain't good.
No.
That did happen. That was one of the
Evidence
big
markers,
events.
TPs. Yeah.
Yeah, evidence markers. We would also have another shooting over the weekend. This man got shot, 34th Avenue, 12th Street. I was there early. This would happen somewhere around 3:30 in the morning. He would get shot in the leg several times. He was rushed to a hospital. He's going to make a full recovery. He's not feeling too well this morning. He was also hit. This is 34th Avenue, 12th Street. This is near Berry and Gardner Funeral Home.
Okay.
To the west of Mary Hope is where this would be.
Yeah.
Back in there. I went down to that and took a look at that. I think he wandered not far from Berry and Gardner and sat down after he was shot there. An ambulance took him away. Now, let's get to the next thing. I reported at first that someone was hit here at Oak Manor. The call came out, and it was reported that a man had been shot twice in the legs and that he was rushed to a hospital. There was a lot of gunfire. A man was rushed to the hospital. After they got him to the hospital, they realized that he had hurt himself trying to get away from the gunshots and did not actually have gunshot wounds. He got hurt. He was bleeding, but it was not from the gunshot. Everybody just assumed when they loaded him up, that's what had happened. And then after he got to the hospital, it ended up not being gunshot wounds.
Well, I'm glad he didn't get shot.
Absolutely.
I hope that he gets better. I hate that he had to go to begin with, especially you're trying to run for your life.
But I wanted to explain when things happen live, that's the way it is. That's the information that is first coming out. Once things settles down, sometimes headlines change of what went on. But that's the end of the story of what went on there at Oak Manor. That's right next to Winn-Dixie.
But wait a minute. So you're actually giving a correction?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, so that's how all that works?
That's how it works.
That's pretty cool. I wish I'd have known that.
We had a death also. This just keeps going of what went on this weekend. We had another death. This is the second death within a week at the East Mississippi Correctional Facility in Lost Gap. Another 39-year-old male is deceased.
So this is the second one?
Yes, sir. Now, I'm not pointing blame, and I don't have the cause of death yet. He has been sent for an autopsy. But there's a high chance that this man was not checked on. You're supposed to have every so few hours checked on. And it is not looking like that happened. And again, that's the early looking at this. We may find out more about this.
Wow.
It is extremely high.
Yeah, what is your gas budget each week? Yeah, you can't do this by the month. His gas budget comes due every week.
I've been trying to get Greg to fix one of those things to where it's like an air refueling unit where he can pull up beside me and stick the nozzle in and fill it up so I don't have to stop.
I thought my gas budget was bad going back and forth to the beach every weekend, but it ain't nothing like. Ever seen one of these pictures? You see that Scotty Ray mobile sitting back there? I
have. I filled up twice this weekend.
You ever thought about getting you one of them battery operated cars?
I don't think I'd get there.
You'd have to tow a generator. You know, one of them gas burning generators.
It'd be like that little train. I think I can. I can. Lord have
Oh,
mercy. We
man.
got so much more to talk about coming up with Scotty Ray and Odie this morning.
Tired of buying cars with no warranty? Are you worried about your car breaking down? Come see us at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the only dealership in Meridian that gives you a 7-year unlimited mileage powertrain warranty on qualified new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Buy with confidence. We'll take care of you for 7 years, new and used, at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A mission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
Call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. As we get there, let's step back in history. We got a lot to talk about still of local events. We want to go over and have a little fun before we get into some more deep subjects this morning. I remember as a kid watching this. Back in the 70s, there was a dispute in America. It was between the firm and the guy that owned his own truck. And what I'm talking about, major trucking companies, and then the guy that was the one owner that owned one truck. And they were fighting. And it was bad. Before Smokey and the Bandit came along, there was a movie that came out that described just that, White Line Fever. And it described a guy that owned his own truck that was trying to make a living for his family, and the company done everything that they could to get rid of him. Jan Michael Vincent starred in the movie. Anybody remember it? That's the Blue Mule there in the background.
The Blue Mule, that's exactly
I want to say that truck's in a museum somewhere. Of course, Jan Michael Vincent, born on this day back in 1944, and boy, he played that part good. That was a good show. If any of y'all remember that back in the day of that. 1946, I remember Hank Jr. talking about it. I'm in love with Linda Ronstadt, but if you don't like Hank Williams, you fill in the blank.
had something to do with Harold.
Yes, it did. But he talked about Linda Ronstadt. She has a birthday today as we go back to remember her. 1946, when she was born, that's what she looked like in the 70s, and this is her currently.
Oh, she looked good.
Yeah, sure is. Linda Ronstadt. One of Mississippi's own who will be at the Riley Center this year is Mac McAnally, a great songwriter from Mississippi. He wrote, and if y'all ever heard Kenny Chesney sing Back Where I Come From, you ever heard Old Flame by Alabama? I Saw You Staring at One Another? Mac McAnally. Yeah, look at that list.
Yeah.
Cafe on the Corner, Ricky Van Shelton's Crime of Passion, Down the Road, Sawyer Brown. The guy was just good. Still is. Mac McAnally.
Yeah, go see him.
I want to say he was from the Forest area.
I don't remember where he's from.
If I remember right, that's about where he's from. 1957, Bye Bye Love. Anybody remember the Everly Brothers?
Yeah.
It was number 1 in 57 on this date, July 15th, 1957.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't look like that very long.
No, they did not.
Come on, baby.
And do the twist.
Chubby Checker released The Twist in 1960. That was really his career song, and we don't know anything else he ever done.
No, but he started a phase.
He did.
And it's still with us today.
And is he still alive?
I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that
I don't think
either.
I've heard of him dying.
Yeah, I know he used to be at the Pearl River Resort a lot.
Yeah.
I remember standing at Ray Stadium and this guy walking up to the mic and breaking into Velvet Chains. Woo! Do y'all remember that song? Gary Morris, 1983. This was big. The Wind Beneath My Wings. It was the biggest song in America. Went on to become Song of the Year. Over and over and over. It was big for Gary Morris. 1968, one of the funniest comedians that I've ever bumped into. Eddie Griffin was born on this day. This guy's funny.
Yeah. Yes, he
Did
is.
you ever watch that movie called The Other Guy? It was about a kid that was in... Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in high school. He didn't fit in.
Yeah. So they brought him to school in a
Cage.
a prison cage, so everybody would be scared of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Eddie Griffin is in jail, and he goes to the jailhouse to meet with him to learn how to be tough every day at school.
He was the one that told him, you got to give him that look.
The look. The snake eye.
Yeah, the snake eye. That's it. Now, who did... Now, y'all know I'm on TV from 7 to 8. Who did Blueberry Hill? It wasn't Chubby Checker, was
That's
it?
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry.
No,
that's
no,
right.
Fats Domino. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Chubby Checker still alive at 82. Per Uncle Google,
There you go.
says Austin.
I never was a big fan of this guy, but I realized the Partridge Family and so many other things were big at that time. David Cassidy had the cover of TV Guide back in '72. He passed away a couple years ago.
I think so. I remember him from the Brady Bunch.
Did he make an appearance on there? Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, she was the head of the fan
She
club.
was the
or
head of
something.
the fan club.
That's right. There is only one love in my life. If y'all remember that. Let's go back to 78. Ronnie Millsap, #1 song this week there with Only One Love in My Life. During the 70s and early 80s, Ronnie Millsap dominated country music.
I'm still, okay, you've got Ronnie Millsap and you've got...
Terry Gibbs.
Terry Gibbs. But no, and I'm Ronnie Millsap and... what's the one?
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, Stevie Wonder.
And Terry is also blind.
Is Terry blind?
Yeah, Terry.
Okay.
She had one hit, Somebody's Knocking. Should I let him in?
Yep.
And then she went on to become gospel because she felt that country was, well, evil. So she went to, she said it was portraying stuff she didn't need to be singing about. So she left country music.
Could you...
Ray Charles.
Could jam out.
Yes, sir.
On a piano. Oh, my gosh. One of my favorite songs is Seven Spanish Angels. And then between Ray Charles and
Willie High?
Willie Nelson doing that song, well, you know, he was high if he was awake.
At the White House.
That is, I mean, but you're blind. I played piano when I was little, and it was hard. It took a little while to learn. Could you imagine if you can't even see the keys?
I know.
You don't even, and I had to look down and say, okay, these are the, wow.
Anitra going way back there in her stack of albums to Button Off My Shirt. I'd forgotten about that song.
Ronnie
And
had over 40 number ones.
Yeah. And another Spanish Angel.
Oh, Seven Spanish Angels is an awesome song.
Good stuff there. And he did play at the Temple Theater there. We
Yeah.
go back. I had I don't guess it was an argument, but I sat and witnessed an argument between Greg and his beautiful wife not long ago as the discussion of is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
Well, we won because it is a Christmas movie.
I don't think Greg thinks that.
He doesn't.
His
Because
wife-
he's so used to being Christmas movies as it's snowing and somebody comes into town and sweeps somebody off.
It was
their
just a
feet
Christmas party. It wasn't like
during Christmas time. So it was a Christmas movie.
And this argument will go on and on and on. Because I honestly, the first 10 years it was out, I never considered it. And all of a sudden they started playing it every Christmas. And I'm going, why?
Yeah. Well, you know, if it doesn't come on Hallmark Channel, Greg doesn't think it's really Christmas.
That's true.
Even in July.
It's going on right now. 1991, this guy would pass away, and I only remember him from game shows. If he and the Love Boat, he was on
And the
there.
Love Boat.
But I don't know that he done anything other than game shows and appeared on here as a guest. Burt Convoy, Convoy. Y'all remember him?
Yeah, I do. And I don't know if I've seen him on or not.
But he did a ton of those game shows. Made a living out of it.
You know, with the microphone that was
Yeah,
Way
yay long.
long. Yeah. Skinny.
They use that on the dating game. You ever crashed a wedding? Picked up a woman at a wedding?
Well, no.
You ever done it at a funeral?
No.
You shocked me on that one. The Wedding Crashers came out in 2005 on this day. Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. It was funny. The Wedding Crashers.
Oh.
Funny stuff there.
It was.
Let's see. I think we got. Oh, yeah, this was launched today. If you bought stock in it early, well, you done good.
Wow.
Twitter launched in 2006. It just almost seems that it's been around forever, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
A few things that happened on this day. We'll be.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll do this when we get back.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Call Trey Long with Long Cleaning Solutions, 601-934-9427. Step into the spotless world of Long Cleaning Solutions. Feel the power of our one-of-a-kind solution perfected by Trey Long. Don't delay. Get results today. Call Trey Long at Long Cleaning Solutions, 601-934-9427.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. I was sitting there reading comments of what people were saying.
Yeah.
Angie says A Wonderful Life wasn't a Christmas movie. And I can almost say it flopped at the box office. And it was more or less just about the good of people. And in the end, became one of the most iconic Christmas movies ever.
And you do watch it during Christmas time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as we look at this, just tons of people that are saying that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Well, Austin said that it's not until old Hans Gruber falls from the Nakatomi Plaza.
I can still see that face.
I've got to do a big shout out
And
this
who?
morning. Miss Brenda. So we've met a lot of people over the last couple of weeks at Doc's RV, and she...
That's on the coast, right?
That's on the coast, and she is a super nice lady, and we got to talking, and between me and Greg and Scott and all them, and she said, well, I'm going to watch y'all. She is from Chilton County, Alabama, and she comes down to the coast and camps out, and so, Miss Brenda, I wanted to say good morning, and we'll be back Friday to do this weekend stuff all over again. And Miss Lori from Central Nail, a lot of nice people, a lot of people from Chilton County, and I got some connections with Chilton County, but a lot of awesome people down there. Talking about home away from home, we've had a blast down there and enjoyed every bit of it. But just had to do a special shout out to Miss Brenda, and we'll see y'all this weekend.
Tragedy strikes Meridian as we find that a 1.5-month-old is deceased in our neighborhood. Police and emergency officials would be dispatched to North Point Apartments this weekend. Now, with all children, especially infants, autopsies are done. I spoke with Stella, and the child is going to be transported to Jackson for an autopsy. That is standard. We don't know what the cause of death is at this point, under investigation, and I don't want anybody to think it's anything bad because it's a standard thing. We just don't know what happened. So when we found out more about this, but this was early Saturday morning that this would happen. Condolences to the family members and all the friends with this. Odie. Meridian Police Department was beaten. They were hid because criminals hide good. I like to never found them. I got a call that said, I see police. So I come easing along, and
Well, I
couldn't
don't
find-
see them.
I stopped, and I got out of the Scotty Ray mobile, and I looked at this sign, and let me pull this. I looked around, and I said, I don't see nobody. And then I looked over to the left, and I saw
looking
that,
hard
and I
enough.
said, well, I don't see a stolen car. And I stood there a minute, and I thought, well, I guess they left. And then I cranked my car up, and then I saw this. Whoa, stolen car found. The thieves would back this into this hole after they got through using it for whatever reason. As you'll see there, the Meridian Police Department fingerprinting to see if they can find out who was driving the car.
Wow.
Now, is it a chance that someone was wearing gloves? That's a possibility. Maybe they dropped something.
Nah.
You don't think that that's smart?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they didn't put no gloves on.
Now, and let me say this. I didn't realize this. The Meridian Police Department would begin a chase with this car on Friday night, and it would be called off. Do you know why?
No,
Because when the car was reported stolen, and I had no idea about this, that if you report a stolen car in the city limits of Meridian, you have to go down and sign a form stating that the Meridian Police Department can chase that car. Meaning that if it's damaged during a chase, they're
Okay.
not responsible for the damage of it. I didn't realize that was a thing. I thought it was police responsibility to.
Well, and I can see that because now you don't know who the driver is, and they stole your car. But you're taking a chance not just to wrecking that car, but they have nothing to lose. It's not their car or anything, and it's the danger of the citizens.
But let's back up. I don't ever remember hearing Highway Patrol going, whoa, wait a minute, I can't chase that criminal. I ain't got a signed piece of paper. I ain't never heard that.
No.
And maybe
no.
there is a good reason for it, but I have this is the first time that I've been made aware of it. This may have been going on since time, and I didn't know it. But people are so happy, I do know that.
That's exactly it.
But I had no idea that that had gone on. So there you go. And I'm not sure. I have to ask Ward if that's a policy of the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. I can't see a person signing let's say a car is stolen here in Lauderdale County and they go to Clark County. I can't see Anthony calling up the owner of the car going, hey, before I go get this, I'm going to tell my deputies to back off and not chase it. I just don't see that.
You know, let me tell you, if y'all are running from the law and you're being chased, dirt road or something, if I was y'all, I wouldn't go near Clark County. Harold will catch you there, much less
and you're
the rest
not
of that
going
group.
to like the jail. It's not like Kemper County when you go to jail and you have TV and things to do. When you go to Clark County Jail, Harold is there to say hello.
And you're in jail.
And there's no TV.
The only thing you get's good food because that comes from Skidmore's. But
if you're good for a month or so, you might get to play basketball. Outside of that, it ain't happening. They ain't even no playing cards.
No.
You're going to report to jail.
You don't get microwaves. You don't get
No, sir.
all this freedom. You're in jail. And if you're running from the law, they will catch you in Clark County.
Yes, sir.
Don't go there. Just a fair warning. Do not go there.
I've spoke to many prisoners, and they've said, please don't send me back there. Send me to Kemper. I want to go up there.
I want to go somewhere else.
It's not a soft, cushy place. It's called the Marriott.
For
We know
a
this.
reason.
I have toured the jail. And I thought, let me stand over here. I don't want to step across that line. I don't want to be
Never mind.
mistaken.
Yeah, never mind. I don't need to go no farther.
Whew.
We're good. Yeah.
We're going to call this next incident vandalism is the best way. There could be more to this story. We don't know at this point. This is what we're reporting this morning. Meridian Cycles, one of our sponsors there. If you'll see, you go, well, why are you showing that picture? Let's get a better look at that. Front door gone.
Well, it still didn't fit, though, did it?
No, it did not. We do know that two cars were chasing each other as that happened there. And
so they didn't try and come out with that. They tried to.
they broke the. Yeah, we don't know exactly what went on, but we know that there was two cars involved and the front door busted out. And they parked that up against there because it's a real good thing to where you can't get anything past that.
Yeah, you're not going to squeeze by that and really.
No, sir. No, sir. So that went on over the weekend there. Now, as we move to let's take a break and we'll be right back. We're going to talk about car incidents. Ooh, it's a whole bunch of them. We'll be right back. Summertime has arrived and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and So Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church, and nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Welcome back. As we mentioned, yesterday became a wet winter wonderland for us. Okay, it was summer and hot, but it was one accident after another. Let's go to Marion. Light pole? Well, it's gone. Also sitting directly underneath that, a fire hydrant with water going everywhere.
Ow.
This is directly just past as it goes to 4-lane in Marion, and you go under the bridge before you reach Simmons. That's where this is. And let's just show a quick little video here of how this looked.
That's a dangerous situation right there.
And if you'll notice these power lines all down through here, never step over power lines. Stay away from them.
Yeah. You don't have to touch them to get a shock. You just got to get close enough, and it could get you. It
can. That happened yesterday. It was a family of 50, I think, that were riding in that. No, I say that jokingly. It was a lot of people coming back from vacation. And bless their hearts, the stuff they had to unload from that car. They had a lot, and they had friends do that. My head chief mechanic who's putting back my truck has been delayed.
Uh-oh.
Because Stanley Wayne has had an accident.
Ruh-roh.
Stanley done wrecked his square body. He done hit him a tree, and I think his truck is totaled.
At least the front part of it is.
Stanley Wayne.
He's okay.
He's okay. I called Stanley Wayne and I said, "Are you okay?" And a lot of people said, "Fast, no." And I've done this. He went off the edge of the road, the tire, and then when it come back on, the road was wet.
And it doesn't take much.
And and what has happened? Like you take the road that is out by Marion that goes to Russell, Marion Russell Road.
Yeah.
That road has been repaved and it's higher. If you run off the road and come back on it, it's going to make your car do this.
Because they just resurfaced that area through there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You fall off, you ain't coming back.
But if any of y'all graduated with Stanley Wayne Gressett out at Northeast High School, he's okay. A little banged up there. He told me, I might have a headache. I said, I bet you do.
If he didn't yesterday, he does today.
Because those square bodies, well, they don't have all those airbags and pads.
Well, them things is metal. They don't absorb a whole lot.
That's right. Let's see here what else we got. We had several accidents on I-20. I got that listed here. It was numerous wrecks there on I-20 yesterday afternoon. We go up near Lauderdale as we'll look at this car. Off in the bushes they went. We helped them get their groceries out of the car and transport it to another car there as this would hit this tree. Look at that. What you can't see with that car down in the bushes is the front end is gone.
Yeah, part of it's up here by this other tree.
Yeah, that tree ate the car to pieces, to say the least. Lauderdale firefighters were everywhere yesterday afternoon. This is, as you can see, right up there is where Superstop is. Or Cefco.
Cefco now. It's still going to be a Superstop.
Superstop.
Go by and see Seymour. I still got my daggum Seymour tag.
You're just wanting to cash in your rewards, aren't you?
You know, we even had concerts from Seymour. And, here's Seymour.
We also found another accident. This was nothing bad. Ran off the road there, slipped into the bushes. He was okay. He waved at me when I took his picture, and he gave me a thumbs up. So he was okay yesterday. Here's another one. This would be right at Simmons Lake as you're headed to Lauderdale. We got a little white car down the embankment there. She was okay also.
We've had people that's gone into Simmons Lake.
Yes, sir, we sure have.
So you're lucky you didn't go off into Simmons Lake.
That was a catastrophe. I had the privilege of going to visit Long Creek yesterday also. You can't get there from where we're sitting right now.
Was it out there?
That's out there.
So you had to fill up before you went?
And on the way back. Flight 409 took off, and we got there. And what did we find? A Tahoe upside down. Sheriff's Department on the scene as we look at this. And if you'll notice, this door is bent.
Yeah.
That's where they cut her out.
Wow.
She was pinned and couldn't get out. She was okay. I talked to her for 10 to 15 minutes. A little shaken, but she was okay. As we look at this, something had bounced up into her undercarriage there, as you can see.
Yeah.
But she's okay. Just a little damage to her Tahoe there, but thankfully no worse than that.
Glad she's okay.
The Sheriff's Department put in overtime. The Mississippi Highway Patrol. I saw them so many times yesterday, it wasn't even funny.
You know, you've got a lot of wrecks on there, but I've yet to see a particular place.
Where's that? Oh, the curve?
Split
Dead Man
on the curve at Dead Man's Curve.
Unless I missed something, nothing happened there yesterday. Yes.
Maybe we're getting better. Maybe the word's out that that's the one curve that you don't do.
I've got a picture that I meant to put with this, and I didn't have time to do it. Let's go to 29th Avenue and 21st Street. Let me show you this wreck. Car versus a motorcycle. This is what happened there. Now, as you'll look at this, see the car sitting here? Back over here on this side of the street, and I've got pictures in my phone of this. Let me show you here. If you're sitting there, back up this way, is a bush that you cannot, if you pull up to that stop sign, it was an accident because I don't think they could see. If you pull up, and that's where I got out and took the pictures, there's a bush that you would never see a car coming that blocks your field of view, and which would have attributed to that accident happening there. It was all by accident, but somebody with the city needs to go, let me point it out, 21st Street, 29th Avenue, take a chainsaw with you and level that book. You can't see. And I'll post that picture later. I meant to do that yesterday, and I got so tied up with Prince Charles writing Trump a letter and going, "Hey, I hope you're okay, dude," that I didn't get around to it. Did you know he done that?
No.
He sure did. Wrote him a personal letter.
King Charles.
That's right. That's as hard as calling Ward Calhoun sheriff.
It is.
29 years of saying chief deputy makes it kind of hard. Hey, I had a chance to go to Outback yesterday. I had me a great steak, and I just wanted to say thank you to Zayla. She was so sweet, took care of us.
Well, good deal.
And that bloomin' onion was like, have you had one lately?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I enjoyed that so much.
Oh, I can almost fill up on one of them there bloomin' onions.
You ain't lying. Here's a picture that I think summarizes the weekend that will probably be around forever. This scene here, that fist in the air.
Yeah, you ain't getting me out yet.
That's iconic.
Iconic, yeah.
Yeah, I said it a little wrong there.
You know, when they got him down to the car, to get him in the car, he went to stand up and pump his fist again, and they grabbed him and pushed him inside. Now, you got to think, Donald Trump is not short, and Donald Trump is not little. He's a big man, and he's a tall man, And them folks probably tried to hold him down, and Trump probably just stood up and said, no, we're here, and we're going to fight for the American people.
Did you know that he actually wanted to finish his speech?
Yes.
And they were like, come on.
You can't do that.
Now, we want to say this. We want to send condolences to the firefighter. He was 50 years old. They said he'd talked about all week, all day about going. He was excited. He was hit with gunfire there. And that little talked about, there's 2 other people that are in critical shape also that were hit with gunfire. So prayers for everybody involved in this. The picture is what America's about.
He said he wasn't leaving without his shoes.
Give me
my shoes.
I don't blame him a bit. That the things, and and I was live in Meridian covering the shooting that happened, and that girl got in touch with me and let me know what had gone on, and then the calls started flowing in of what's happened. And we had a question about that girl. She is on location in Milwaukee with us, and I spoke to her earlier, and we will get some updates today of what's going on. She told me Trump has arrived. I saw her hanging out with Kid Rock last night.
She also sent me a picture of her and Rudy Giuliani
That's
together.
Right. She was helping him with his dye, I think, for his hair.
Yeah, that's what it was. What was it? They said that inside the stadium there that they are playing I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. Boy, they said she said the excitement inside of that place is unmatched. People have stood up, banded together, come together. If you want to beat the president, do it the right way. Don't go buy people's votes. Don't go fill out false election cards. Don't do any of this underhanded stuff that has been proven. Do it the right way and do it through policy. And because you can't do it through policy, you can't go to tactics like this on either side.
We don't know this guy was only 20 years old. And somebody made a very valid point there. The fireman died a hero protecting his family.
Yes, he did.
And it's sad.
Yeah, and this is, somebody had made a point. They showed up. They probably watched this guy, and he was a fairly good shot. They went up with a big bag full of cash.
Well, actually, have you read all that?
I hadn't read the whole thing.
He was thrown out of his high school shooting club because he was so bad. He was horrible at it, is what they said, and they wouldn't let him join the shooting team. That he was that bad of a shot.
So he probably went out and practiced to get good. At 20,
and y'all got to remember that we've looked at all of these scenarios, and had that head not turned just right, we would be telling you.
It's going to where it's going to hit the back of his head.
And this goes into that plane flying with the thing, anointing, as in he was blessed, is what that means. For whatever reason, God intervened, and you move a certain way.
He turned that head. I'm telling you, without Jesus, our country is going to hell in a handbasket.
That's one way to put it. Merle Haggard sang about it. Are we rolling downhill like a snowball?
Yeah.
Ann brought this up. I did do this weekend. This was pretty neat. If you haven't been there, y'all go check this out as you go to the Railroad Museum. Well, they had a big play there this weekend, and I hope you got a chance to see that. It was interesting. I'm sure they'll play this again.
And I want to
look,
go.
There's Doc.
Look at Doc Brown up in the house.
Him and Betty Lou sitting together.
I want to go see that. And hopefully they'll have it in first weekend in November. They're having the Rail Fest along with the Steam Fest.
Who is Susie Glover?
And that's a great weekend.
Yes, sir. That's and then before long, they always have Christmas there when the Santa train comes like
does.
that.
Yep.
So we got more on the way. We got birthdays and a few more things to talk about.
We got some birthdays.
Yes, sir. Don't rush off. Join us, won't you? Bittersweet Crossroads in downtown Enterprise has new hours for summer, Monday through Friday, 8 until 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 until 5 p.m. A great sandwich shop where they make their own honey mustard. Come try a sub or wrap today. They make some of the best homemade frozen custard with hot fudge drizzle. For specialty coffee, frozen custard, sandwiches, and ice cream, it's Bittersweet Crossroads, Highway 11 South, downtown Enterprise, 601-453-4009.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Tragedy also struck Lauderdale County in a different way. It would be a fire this weekend where someone lost her homes. This is home on T.M. Jones Road. Everybody made it out of the home safely. It took a couple of hours to get that thing totally contained to where it wasn't spreading. Folks, they lost everything they had. If you live in this area, help them out if you can. They're going to need that recovery of getting back on their feet. You can only imagine losing everything you had. And that's where it all happened. Different scenes as this came about here. This is not far from the ball field, right there where it intersects Valley Road, right there, Tim Jones at that intersection. So do what you can to help a neighbor as we look at that.
Yeah, because they do need it.
I had a chance to also visit the fine folks that live south of Meridian, as another wreck would happen here. As we arrived there, when I got on scene, they couldn't find anybody. The vehicle was empty, and they thought that another person had been ejected. Odie, as we pull this up,
wow,
Silverado, with all those thunder stuffs under the hood there, and that's the undercarriage of what it looks like. DP is inspecting the situation there, Meridian police officer, helping out with his volunteer fireman skills there on the side. DP McQueen. Very serious accident there. The gentleman would be found down the road by the Mississippi Highway Patrol and brought back to the scene.
Oh, so he didn't want to stay around.
No, he was a little banged up, didn't quite know where he was at the moment there.
And that'll happen. You hit your head enough in the right place, you're not going to think correctly.
Kind of confused as to, at first he goes, my girlfriend was with me, and she wasn't. From what we the area was searched. I walked around with everybody, flashlights looking. No one was ever found, and it's thought that maybe he just thought she was. Is I think
and that's possible.
You got to ride with the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department after that downtown. Charges have not been said. I could guess, but we'll wait for the report to come out this morning from the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office. And
we don't want to just make stuff up.
That's right. Boy, we had a car fire in Philadelphia on Friday there at the gas station. Look at this, Odie. Ooh. See it smoking up here? Let's just take a little quick peek here. Fire department did get it out. There it is right there smoking underneath the gas station. It was contained, but boy, those things happen quick.
Man, yeah.
I need to get a little closer to the scene there. We were all up in it.
Yeah, it's kind of close to a gas pump there.
We had a grass fire. Also, Lost Cat responded, got that out. Those, as dry as things are now,
yeah,
could spread quickly there.
Does not take long.
I don't like to talk about people, but I'm going to have to go ahead and do this. The Lima dive team was out.
Yeah.
And I just happened to see somebody that is with the Russell Volunteer Fire Department. Russell 1, I think, is his name.
No, that's not him.
You sure?
That's
not? That's not?
No, that's Keith. That is
I thought
fire
it was
investigator for the Meridian Fire Department.
Oh, that is Keith.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now. Folks, he's wearing his strawberry undies. This is part of his daily routine there. little hearts on his underwear there. Is that those old things on his leg there that hold up your socks? You remember the old men during the 50s?
No, that's a knife.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Odie, I think is holding up his socks.
That's a knife.
Well, he's wearing pink underwear.
Well, now, yeah, he is doing that. I can't come up with that.
I promise you, I thought that was John there. I said, look at old John go there.
No, we're working on John and Ann from Metro are our medical team. We do have a medical team for us, and we're working on John getting his certification.
Does he have any underwear like that?
I don't. I ain't got a clue. But Shane Woody Stubbs, he has built a awesome training facility all underwater, and it's dark. You don't get to see a whole lot. Everything's done by feel sitting on the bottom, and the techniques that are used to search underwater where you can't see is what we practice. And everything that goes on, we can't thank Delwood Association enough for what they've done for our team, what Shane's done for our team, all the members that showed up this past weekend and trained in that water. We are blessed to have a team that is dedicated that we've got now, and it's supported by our supervisors for the county. And I tell you, we're good.
Anitra said, leave his strawberry underwear alone.
She likes him strawberry underwear, huh?
Every time I see him now, I'm going to think of strawberry underwear. He is forever. I'm just going to call him Strawberry from now on. That's all I can think of.
Hey, Strawberry.
Strawberry. Y'all pass that around the Meridian Fire Department today. Make sure old Strawberry shows up for work today.
Yeah.
Hey, we had an incident up in Winston County. They got this rule that you can't give contraband to the inmates. Get out of here. We've had an arrest there.
So here in Lauderdale County, we use them haircutting aprons. They give them a deputy shirt?
No, she was actually a deputy.
Oh.
She worked at the jail. You can't be giving inmates special favors. And as we have seen this in Lauderdale County, people that work there, they become friends with them, and the next thing you know, and here we are, an arrest there. Winston County.
12 counts.
Yes, sir. That's a lot. We don't know what the fine or what will happen in the end before you stand before the judge, but it ain't good.
No.
We'll say that. All right. I don't understand Sue's comment there. Did you mention what
it is, Miss Beverly?
I don't understand what she's trying to say there. In Gilbert birthday on Friday? I'm assuming someone's birthday.
I'm not sure. Tell me real quick because
we can do it still as Odie reads those out. Oh, Strawberry. I wonder if he's at work yet. It's 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's at work.
He's at work there. Strawberry. All right, let's do some birthdays, Odie.
Let's get that on, because we have a few that we've got to bring in on the over the weekend itself. So we're going to do that now. I was giving Miss Sue just a second. But all right, so let's see. Clinton Blackwell had a birthday Saturday. Ben Shirley is having a birthday today.
Bonita Auto Sales.
Yeah, Bonita Auto Sales.
Yeah.
Kayla Moore in Scuba's having a birthday today.
Miss AT&T, former retired.
Taking it
and
easy
married to
now.
Harold.
Oh, keeping them all straight.
She is.
Captain John Parker with Meridian Fire Department had a birthday Saturday. Jim Harrison, happily retired, part of MDOT, retired not too long ago, so I'm sure he's trying to find something to do, or Deborah's trying to find him something to do. Had a birthday yesterday. Tracy Sellers Ladding had a birthday yesterday. David and Monica Aiken celebrated 34 years yesterday. Great people.
Woo.
Jerry Brad, too, enjoying retirement from Meridian Police Department, had a birthday yesterday. Rusty Haggard, happy birthday, Rusty. Having a birthday today. Andy Anderson, Dr. Andy Anderson's got a birthday today. Bojack and Pat Vaughn, 33 years today. Jace White, 25, and Jerry Lee's having a birthday today. So while that... Well, I didn't cut the volume down on that, did I?
That was loud.
Ben Shirley, winner of the Hyundai Meridian.
He can go from his car lot
down to the other one.
and pick him up a coffee
Scotty
mug.
Ray Report. Ben Shirley, happy birthday. Yeah, I didn't turn the volume. That kind of
was-
caught
yeah.
me by surprise.
Yeah, woke me up. Thank you there, Odie.
Oh, man.
As we
Yeah.
come to the close of our show, we do appreciate everybody that has participated. We didn't get to everything. We'll have some more. We'll pick up some loose ends tomorrow. And as always, as we end the show, we remind you of one thing only. That's that man up above. And Odie, what kind of message you got for us today?
You know, we're going to come back with 1 Timothy 5, verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
Tell him, boy.
Boy, if that right there won't wake you up. Y'all, this is a Monday. We've got the rest of the week to go. We'll be back in less than 23 hours to start your Tuesday. We've had so much fun bringing this to you every morning. We couldn't do it without each and every one of y'all. We love y'all. We truly love y'all. And we hope that each and every one of y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. See you tomorrow. Be safe.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.